We are learning our straight line. In previous lectures, we have learned different forms of equation of line and general form of equation of line and the point of intersection of two lines. Now in this lecture, we will learn an important and interesting article of straight line, that is the distance, perpendicular distance formula. Means in this topic we will learn three articles. Main, first, the distance of origin from a line ax plus b1 plus c equal to 0. That is this distance is nothing but perpendicular distance. Then second point, same, the distance of any point P x1 y1. It's not any point particularly we are taking, so we will consider the distance of the point P x1 y1 from the line ax plus b1 plus c equal to 0. And the third article, that is the distance between two parallel lines the distance between two parallel lines. These are our today's objectives. Okay, now we will start with our first point, the perpendicular distance of origin from a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. For that, we will consider a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and the origin in xy system. In this system, let ax plus by plus c be any line. I will draw that line like this. This is line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Its equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here O is the origin. Here we have to find the distance of origin from the line. So for that we will draw perpendicular from origin on this line. This is the perpendicular drawn from origin to this line. Let n be the foot of the perpendicular of this line. Obviously this line is in xy system, so it will cut x-axis at point A and y-axis at point B. Now, as this is line ax plus by plus c equal to 0, we will start to write here. Line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 will cut x-axis and y-axis at points A and B respectively. Therefore, ax plus by equal to minus c implies x upon minus c upon a plus y upon minus c upon b is equal to 1. That means what we have done here, we have written this general equation x plus by plus c in double intercept form, so that we get here intercepts. Therefore x intercept is minus c upon a and y intercept is minus c upon b, so that we get here two intercepts. One is minus c upon a and second intercept is minus c upon b. That means we get distances OA and OB. So the coordinates of A will be minus c upon a 0 and coordinates of b will be 0 minus c upon b. Is it clear? Because the equation is this, we have converted it into double intercept form. So this is first intercept, that is minus c upon a, second intercept is minus c upon b. Those intercepts are nothing but the distances OA and distances OB. As this distance is minus c upon a, coordinates of a will be minus c upon a0, because this point a is on x-axis, its y coordinate is 0. Point b lies on y-axis, so its x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is nothing but its this y intercept, that is minus c upon b. Now we get the coordinates of a and b. Now using coordinates of a and b, we can easily find distance AB. So here we will find distance AB. Now AB is equal to, by using these coordinates we can find distance AB, that is nothing but difference between x coordinates, that is 0 minus c upon a bracket square plus this minus 0, that is minus c upon a, this minus becomes plus, and this is minus of c upon b minus 0 bracket square, that is equal to under root. This becomes c square upon a square and this becomes c square upon b square. Everything is in root. So this is distance AB. We can simplify this also as making denominator common. We get here b square c square, or we can take common c square from numerator. Here we can take common c square from numerator. If we take out it outside, then it becomes c only. Here we get b square plus a square under root b square plus a square, it can be written as a square plus b square whole divided by again a square b square. This a square b square, it can be taken outside of the root, it will be a b, but we are taking this c and a b outside the root, so they may be positive or negative, so we will take here modulus. So that is a square b square and that c square come outside. So we get here this as distance AB. So distance AB is modulus of c upon AB under root a square plus b square. Now this is distance AB. So our main intention here is to find the distance of origin from the line. Let that distance be P. If P is the perpendicular distance of origin from this line, then this ON will be P, that is to find here. So let P be the perpendicular distance of origin from line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Therefore, P is equal to ON. And what is ON? ON is perpendicular to AB. ON, which is perpendicular to AB. Now, can we find here area of triangle? Obviously, because this ON is nothing but the height of triangle, and we can consider AB as base. Considering AB as base and P as height of the triangle, we can write here the area of triangle. So here, area of triangle, which triangle? OAB. So area of triangle OAB is equal to 1/2. Base is our segment AB and height is P. AB into ON. So it is equal to 1/2. AB is that and ON is P. So it is, initially I will write here P into mod of C upon AB under root A square plus B square. So this is the area of triangle OAB, that is equal to 1/2 AB into ON. AB is this much and ON is P. So we get this as area of triangle. Let us call this equation as equation number 1. Let us call this as equation number 1. So this is important now. If you observe this triangle OAB, then we can easily observe that this triangle OAB is right angle at O also. So of this triangle OAB, OA become base and OB become height. So can we use again 1/2 base into height, that formula, to find the area of triangle? Means we can find area of triangle also. Area of triangle OAB is equal to 1/2 base is OA and height is OB. OA into OB. So we are using similar formula but changing base and height. So OA is base, that is minus C upon A, but this is intercept. We need there OA as a length. So we have to convert this intercept into length, so that we have to take here mod of minus C upon A into OB is again length, not this negative intercept or positive intercept. So we will take the modulus of minus C upon B. So it is equal to 1/2 mod of C square upon AB. Here this C square is positive, but product of A and B, we can't say whether it is positive or negative, because it depends on the values of A and B. If A is negative, B is positive, then that AB will be negative. If both are positive, that will be positive. If both are negative, then AB will be positive. So we get once again the area of triangle OAB is equal to 1/2 mod of C square upon AB. So this is the second way that we have calculated the area of triangle OAB. Now from equation 1 and 2, let us equate these two equations. Now equating those two triangles areas, we get here, therefore from equation 1 and 2 we get, take that equality, that is half of P, that is unknown. P is the distance of origin from the line, and it is into mod of C upon AB under root A square plus B square. P is equal to, that second equation is equal to 1/2 mod of C square upon AB. So what we get here now? The cancelling these two to get cancelled from both sides again. This AB and this AB get cancelled. 1C get cancelled from both sides. So to the left remains now p into root a square plus b square, and to the right remains only modulus of c, because c may be positive or negative. We don't know, that's why we have taken modulus. Therefore, from this we can write p is equal to this mod. We can take this root in the mod, so modulus of c upon root a square plus b square. So that is the p, and this p is nothing but the perpendicular distance of origin from ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and is equal to mod of c upon root a square plus b square. So this is the formula that we require. This formula is for perpendicular distance of origin from the line. So whenever we know the equation of line, means we know the coefficient of x, that is a, coefficient of y is b, and constant c. Means if we know a, b, c, knowing these three numbers, we can write the distance of this line from origin as modulus of c upon root a square plus b square. The c is constant, and in this root, square of coefficient of x plus square of coefficient of y. So this is the formula to find the distance of line from the origin. So here this p is equal to perpendicular distance, p is equal to mod of c upon root a square plus b square. So it's now the distance of point p x1 y1 from a line ax plus by plus c. Figure is same here. Let us see how to find this distance. For that, what we will do, in the first part, we have found the distance of this line from the origin. If we are able to shift the origin from O to this point P, then we can use the same formula, because it is for the distance of origin from the line. If origin is P, if this P will become O, then we can use the same formula. So here, just shift this origin at this point x1, y1. For that, the equation of line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. We are taking the same line in general form, that is ax plus by plus c. Now we are shifting origin from 0 to p x1 y1. Let us shift or move origin from 0 O00 to p x1 y1. Therefore this p x1 y1 is nothing but our hk. Is it okay? Because the point where we are moving origin, that we always consider as hk. Therefore the equation of this line, we know the formula is for shift of origin. Therefore x is equal to, let xy be the new coordinates of any point whose O coordinates are small xy. Therefore we can write here, therefore small x is equal to capital X plus h and small y is equal to capital Y plus k. These are formulae for shift of origin. So using these two formulas we can derive or we can find the new equation of this line, means equation of this line in this system of which P is origin. For that we have to convert this equation into new system. Therefore equation ax plus by plus c equal to 0 becomes a into small x is capital X plus h plus b into capital Y plus k plus small c, that is equal to 0. Just we have changed small x this and small y. Small a, b, c are as it is because they are constants. So this is the equation. Let us simplify this. So we get here ax plus by, means this is x term, this is y term. This ah is constant because a and h both are constant, so this multiplication is constant. Bk is constant, c is constant. So I will write all those constants in bracket, that is ah plus bk plus c, that is equal to 0. So this is constant. Our point x1 y1 is hk. We can take without hk x1 y1 also here, but I have taken here hk as constants. Now this is the equation of line in general form once again, because this is x term, y term and constant. So this is the equation of same line L, but in this system of which x1 y1 is origin or hk is origin. x1 means hk. hk is new origin. Now we got here equation of line in this system, and this hk is origin, that will be obviously 0 0 for instance, or for second system this point p x1 or hk is origin now. So can we use this formula of distance from origin to the line where 0 0 is the origin? So let us use that formula. So therefore by using formula, or we know that, we can write here, we know that the distance of origin from line ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is mod of c upon under root a square plus b square. So let us use this formula for this line and for this origin which is 0 0. So we get, therefore the perpendicular distance, that is nothing but the distance of origin, means the distance of point P. Here origin is P, so the perpendicular distance of point P, which is origin, from line, that line ax plus by plus ah plus bk plus c equal to 0 is equal to mod of, what formula says here, the distance of origin from the line is the constant upon this. So what is the constant here? The constant is ah plus bk plus c. Constant is ah plus bk plus c upon, at the denominator there is root, here is root a square. What is a? A is nothing but the coefficient of x term. Here x term is this capital X, because system is xy, capital XY system. So the its coefficient is a, so we get the same a square. Then what is b square? B square is nothing but the square of the coefficient of y. Here coefficient of y is b, so we get again b square. So using this formula we get this as the distance of point P, that is hk, is equal to this. If point P is x1 y1 instead of hk, if point P is x1 y1, then we can write the same formula as ax1 plus by1 plus c upon the same under root a square plus b square. So this is the same. Therefore, the perpendicular distance from P x1 y1 to the line, because this x1 y1 is in now old system. Okay, so we have taken old system. So write the equation of line in old system to the line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So this is the formula to find the perpendicular distance of a line from any point. So how we get this? Let us once again revise this. Initially we have found the distance of origin from this line, and that formula is this. Now we will find the distance of point px1 from the line ax plus by. For that, what we have done initially, we have changed this line ax plus by into new system, because we are shifting origin from O to point px1 y1. For instance, we have taken here hk. Without taking hk, if you take x1 y1, then we will reach to the this point. Let us see what will happen. Here instead of hk, our point is x1. Instead of k, it is y1. Here instead of h, it is x1. Instead of k, it is y1, because hk is x1 y1. hk is x1 y1. So we get this ax1 plus by1 plus that constant here, without writing this. Cancelling this step, we get directly to this step. So it's very simple to find this second formula using first. Let us write that second formula here. That formula is the perpendicular distance P from any point to the line x plus by1 is ax1 plus by1 plus c upon root a square plus b square. So if you observe these two formulas, then these two formulas are very much similar or same, because this c can be written here, and we can write, or if you want to these terms 3 here, then this is nothing but a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c, because this is the perpendicular distance of line ax plus by plus c from origin. That's why instead of x1 y1, we have taken here 0, 0. So this is the general formula, and this is particular. This is particular formula, and this is general formula. Why? Because we can use this formula for any point x1 y1, and we are using this formula for particular point 0, 0, that is origin. So the formula is this, general formula is this, and this is particular formula. So these two formulas are not different, they are the same. Let us move towards our third article, that is to find the distance between two perpendicular lines. It is again interesting article. Let us see that third article, that is distance between two parallel lines. Obviously this distance is nothing but perpendicular distance, because distance is always perpendicular, otherwise it will be distance between any two points. So let us consider now two parallel lines. You are observing two parallel lines here on my chart. Let us see same parallel lines here. If suppose one line is this, the second line is like this. Suppose these are two lines. This is line L1 and line L2. Let us consider the equations of these two lines as ax plus by plus c equal to 0. If you consider this is first line, then to consider the equation of second parallel lines, we have to change this constant. So for that we will take here constant c1, and the equation of second line will be ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0. So in the equations of two parallel lines, the difference is only in constants, because the slope of this line is minus a upon b, and this line is parallel to this, so the slope of this line should be minus a upon b. That's why we have to take the a and b, because this m2 is again same, that is minus a upon b. So these are the equations of two lines and having equal slopes. So the lines are parallel, the difference is only in their constants. Okay, so these are two parallel lines. As these two lines are parallel to each other, and we have taken these lines which are neither parallel to x-axis nor to y-axis, so they will cut both the coordinate axes. For instance, suppose this line L2 cuts x-axis at this point A, then from line L2 can we find this x-intercept, because to find the coordinates of A, it is sufficient to find x-intercept. From this line we can write here now. Let ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0 be two parallel lines. Let line L2, or this second line, ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0 cuts x-axis at A. Therefore A is, what will be A? So finding, let us convert this line into double intercept form. This ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0, it can be written as ax plus by equal to minus c2. Now divide each term by minus c2, we get x upon minus c2. Take this a to the denominator, it becomes minus c2 upon a plus y upon this minus c2 upon this b, and it is equal to 1. So this is the equation of second line in double intercept form, where this is our x-intercept and this is y-intercept, but we need here only x-intercept because we want to find the coordinates of one point on either line L1 or L2. In the same way, we can find the coordinates of this point which lies on line L1 by converting this equation into double intercept form, so that we can find this point also. But here we are finding this now A. So the coordinates of A, this is the x-intercept of line L2. Therefore, this distance will be, intercept is minus c2 upon A. So the coordinates of A will be minus c2 upon A, comma 0. So these are the coordinates of point A. Is it okay? Have you got this? Because the equation of lines L1 and L2 are ax plus by plus c1 and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0. From the second equation, we have converted this into double intercept form. By knowing this first x-intercept, we can write the coordinates of point A as minus c2 upon A, comma 0. Now, we are known about this coordinates of point A. Can we find the distance of this point from this line? Then what will be that? This distance of point A from line L1, let us for instance that is AM, then this distance AM is nothing but the distance between these two parallel lines. Distance of any point from one line to the second line is nothing but the distance between two lines. Okay, so this distance AM is nothing but the distance between these two parallel lines. So find the distance of this point A having coordinates minus c2 upon A, comma 0 from line ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0. And we have derived the formula, general formula of finding distance of any point from the line. Here is this point and the equation of line is this. Therefore, a is minus c2 upon a, comma 0. Now, we know that the distance or the perpendicular distance of point P x1 y1 from line ax plus by plus equal to 0 is mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c whole divided by root a square plus b square. So using this formula once again, that general formula, we can write therefore the perpendicular distance of point A minus C2 upon A0 to the line AX plus BY plus C1 equal to 0 is equal to the perpendicular distance of point to the line AX plus BY plus C1 equal to 0 is using the same formula. What to do once again? Put the coordinates of this point in the equation of line where xy are variables. So x is equal to minus c2 upon a and y is equal to 0. So putting this, we get a in bracket x is minus c2 upon a plus b into 0 plus c1 whole divided by the under root the sum of squares of coefficients of x and y. Those are here once again a and b. So we get a square plus b square. Let us just simplify here. Here this b into 0 get cancelled, b into 0 is 0. Here a get cancelled, remains only minus c2 and this is plus c1. So we get here this is equal to c1 minus c2 upon root a square plus b square. Okay, but we get c1 minus c2. There is more or less, so we can change the positions of c1 and c2, so that we get here c2 minus c1 upon root a square plus b square also, because c1 minus c2 and c2 minus c1, their modulus will be same. So we get this formula and the same this. This can be obtained if we found this point here on x-axis and if we find perpendicular distance of this point from the second line. This at that time the coordinates of this point B, or let us suppose B, they will be x coordinate of this will be minus c1 upon B, minus c1 upon A, not B, comma 0. So at that time we get minus c1. Here we get minus c2 upon A. So in this case minus c2 because we have chosen this line, and if you choose this line, then we get minus c1. So these are the two same formulas, because this distance am and distance bn both are same because the two lines are parallel. So distance between two parallel lines is always constant, same. So we get this third formula. It is again very much similar to this formulas. Here we get the formula as distance between two parallel lines, that is equal to c1 minus c2 upon root a square plus b square. Okay, The first formula, distance of origin from this line is c upon root a square plus b square. Distance of x1 y1 from the same line is ax1 plus by1 plus c upon the same root a square plus b square. And the distance between two parallel lines having equations ax plus by plus c1 and c2 is equal to 0. That is equal to mod of c1 minus c2 upon the same root a square plus b square. So these three formulas are very much similar and very easy to remember. Let us solve some examples related to these three formulas. Example number 1. Find the distance of origin from the line 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. You can take any line. What is the formula? The formula is that c upon root a square plus b square. The equation of line is given. The equation of line is 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Therefore, comparing this equation with our standard equation or general form of line, that is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, we get a is equal to 2, b is equal to 3 and c is equal to minus 1. Is it okay? It's very easy to write these numbers a, b, c. By observation we can write these three numbers a, b, c. Therefore, the perpendicular distance or distance of origin from the line 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. You know the formula. First I will write the formula here. That formula will be, the line will be ax plus by plus c equal to 0. That is equal to mod of c upon root a square plus b square. Therefore, the perpendicular distance from origin to the line 2x plus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. This will be mod of, here constant c is minus 5 upon root 2 square plus 3 square. That will be mod of minus 5 upon root 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, so it becomes 4 plus 9, that is equal to root 13. So it is equal to, here is modulus, so we can eliminate this negative sign. So we get here, instead of modulus minus 5, we get only plus 5 upon root 13 units. So this is distance. So this root is again positive because we are taking positive root. Modulus means positive number. So positive root of 13 is root 13 plus root 13. So this is the perpendicular distance. This perpendicular distance of origin from line 2x plus 3y minus 5. That is 5 upon root 13 units. Instead of this 2, if we have taken 4, then if a will be 4, then this become 4. So 4 square 16, 16 plus 3 9, as 3 square 9. So 16 plus 9 it will be root 25, and this root 25 is nothing but 5. So cancelling 5 5, we will get here answer equal to only 1 unit. So small change in numbers will change the perpendicular distance. Let us see another example. This is first A, suppose B, that is 5x minus 12y plus 26 equal to 0. Then what will happen? Here A will be 5, B will be minus 12 and C will be 26. Okay, so use those values here. Instead of this line, equation of line will be changed. It is 5x minus 12y plus 26 is equal to, here we get under root c is equal to 26 upon under root a is 5 square plus b is minus 12 square, so it is equal to 26 upon 13, because 5 square plus 12 square is 13 square and its root is 13, so we get answer is equal to 2 units. Don't write here plus minus 2 units because it's a distance, it is always positive. So this is the way to find the distance of origin from the line. That will be very simple. Let us move towards second. Find the distance of point. Distance of point A, suppose 2, 3 from this line. Let us try to find the same. Or the distance of this line from this point, or you can change the numbers also here. X minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. Suppose this line is given and we want to find the distance of this point A to B from this line. If you compare this equation, the equation of line is x minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. Comparing this equation with general form, we get A equal to 1, B equal to minus 3 and C equal to plus 2. Okay, now the distance of point x1, y1. Here the point A is x1, y1. From this line, here point A 2, 3, consider it as x1, y1. So the distance of this point ax1 from this line will be ax1 plus by1 plus c. Is it okay? That is our second formula, because we are finding the distance of this point, general point A, from this general line. So any point, distance of any point from the line. So the distance of point A 2, 3 from the line x minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0 is equal to mod of, just put values of x and y in this equation as 2 and 3. So we get here 2 minus 3 into 3 plus 2 whole divided by under root. Here the coefficient of x is 1, coefficient of x is 1, so we get 1 square plus coefficient of y is minus 3, so its square is minus 3 square, so it is equal to mod of. This becomes 2 minus 9, that is minus 7 plus 2, that is minus 5, so it is minus 5 upon root 3 square is 9 plus 1, that is 10, so root 10, that is root 10. So it is equal to 5 upon root 10. By eliminating this modulus, it is negative. So you get 5 upon root 10. So it is equal to multiplying this numerator and denominator by root 10. We get 5 root 10 upon root 10 is 10. So it is 5 by 10 into root 10, that is 1/2 root 10, or we can write root 10 upon 2 pairs. Why we have changed this answer? Because conventionally this root number should get the numerator. So that's why we are multiplying numerator and denominator by root 10. So that we get here answer as root 10 upon 2. That is the distance of this point from this line. Okay. So we are using again the similar method to find distance of point from the line. Let us see one example of parallel lines. Find the distance between two parallel lines. Example number 3. Find the distance between parallel lines. If you consider first line as 2x minus 5y plus 3 equal to 0, and second line is parallel, that's why these two terms are same, that is 2x minus 5y minus 7 equal to 0. So the difference between only the constants. There is the difference between two lines. Otherwise, these two terms are same. Now we have to find the distance between these two parallel lines. What to do? First, write the coefficients. These two equations have first two terms same. So here, you know this formula. That's why we will compare these two equations with general formula equation line. So comparing equations 2x minus 5y plus 3 equal to 0 and 2x minus 5y minus 7 equal to 0 with general form ax plus by plus c equal to 0, we can write a equal to here 2, b equal to minus 5. Here we have two values of c, that's why we will write here c1 equal to 3 and c2 equal to minus 7. Is it clear? What to do? Write a, b, and as we have two parallel lines, so write this constant in two ways, that is c1 equal to 3 and c2 equal to minus 7. Now we know that the distance between two parallel lines ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0 and ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0 is modulus of c1 minus c2, or you can take c2 minus c1. So c1 minus c2 upon root a square plus b square. Okay, remember this formula. Now just use these values and find the distance between two parallel lines. Therefore, the distance between lines 2x minus 5y plus 3 equal to 0 and 2x minus 5y minus 7 equal to 0 is equal to modulus of, what is the difference between c1 and c2? That is c1 is 3 minus c2 is minus 7 whole divided by root the sum of squares of coefficients, that is 2 square plus 5 square. 2 square plus negative of 5 square. So it is equal to mod of 3 minus 7, that is 10 upon this is 4 plus 25, that is equal to root 29 So it is equal to 10 root 29 upon 29 years. Multiply numerator and denominator by root 29. Or you can keep this the same answer. So this is the distance between two parallel lines. Okay, I think this is very interesting article because they have three similar formulae. So if you remember this general formula, then from that you can remember this particular formula of distance of origin from the line, and the difference is only that if two lines are parallel, then they have different constants. So remember the difference between constants, that is the distance between two lines. The denominator is same again. So this is about the distance formula, that is distance of point from line and distance between two parallel lines. In next article, we will learn the family of lines. That will be very much important. Okay. Till then, goodbye.